Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. The shot blocking pair of Davis and Asik inside. And it's Evans in at the small forward. Clark, last season we saw Moni Yunus make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Now here's Evans. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Davis has got the first basket of the game for the Pelicans.
And Motiejunas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Now here is Holiday. Harden missing his last shot. Evans' shot is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's Harden with the drive, and he slams it one-handed.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Motiejunas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Now here is Holiday, and Asik kicks to Gordon. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
There's the dish to Beverly. Ariza goes in, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Motiejunas, a screen on Holiday. Beverly, the pass to Motiejunas. Ariza against Evans. Ariza no luck.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
And it's Evans missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here is Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Ariza outside. Feeds to Motiejunas. Stolen by Asik. Holiday with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Kicks to Gordon. For the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Beverly. Here's Harden on the wing. And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Kicks it out to Harden. Evans with the steal. Now Evans running the floor all by himself.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Holiday against Ariza. Howard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Howard's got his first points in this one. Pelicans leading by 3.
In a season where everyone in the Southwest made it to the playoffs, you just knew it was going to be a war of attrition night in and night out. Still, the Rockets managed to come out on top in the division.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. Harden's got his second basket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Beasley comes in for Motiejunas. And it's Brewer in for James Harden. And then for New Orleans, Anderson, he's checked in for Asik. And Cole subbed in for Gordon. And the Rockets were just 8 up and 8 down in the Southwest Division. But, Clark, they won the out-of-division games they needed to in order to take the division crown.
Exactly, and it was a tough year to do that because the division was so tough. It was actually the first ever Southwest Division title for the Rockets.
And here are the Pelicans now, following the miss by Trevor Ariza. And again, no good by New Orleans. Now, here's Brewer, guarded by Holiday. And that one is good by Beasley.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Evans. He has 5. The pass to Holiday. Inside. Howard with the steal. Beverly dishes to Beasley. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Howard. In the corner, it's Brewer. Shot clock at 6. The shot is off, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Cole. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Evans against Ariza. Over in the corner, Cole. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Ariza goes in. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game.
A lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I'll tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Monty Eunice out there with Beasley. And there's Terry, and it's McDaniels in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Cole, the pass to Gordon. The shot from 20 feet away. Drained for 2 points. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight. Houston in the lead.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Now here's Monty Eunice. He's guarded closely. And it's Capella missing.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
And it's Gordon penetrating 11 feet away, and that one hits back iron. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets.
I don't want us taking shots.
Time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Move the ball.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Passes it to Cole. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Omer Asher, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Cole. Terry covering. They set the screen. And Cole kicks to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the corner. And it's Cole missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Cole missing.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Gordon with it. And it's Harden picking him up. They get a hand on it. Looking to end the drought, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Anderson against Ariza. The Rockets with another miss.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Houston making a switch here. Montejunas has checked in.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Here's Anderson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And now it's a 3-point Pelican lead. Ariza outside. Stolen by Anderson. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. And it's Evans missing.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Holiday dishes to Ashe. The feed to Evans. Pass to Ashe. Screen by Ashe. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Omer Ashe. Here's Beverly, and Davis sends it back.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for the powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
Anderson outside, takes the three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Howard, the pass to Ariza. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Yes, guys, I'm here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Asik inside. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
The Pelicans trail. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Davis. Screen by Asik. Gordon with no one around. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You know, talking about Beverley, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverley's toughness on defense particularly.
Dishes it to Gordon. Asik with a screen on Harden. Gordon goes in. Can't make good off the screen.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Ariza kicks to Harden. Screen by Howard. There's the dish to Beverley. Offline with his 3.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverley, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
Harden against Gordon. And the jam by Harden.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Trevor Ariza. Daniels is checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverley. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. The strategy included running the offense through Gordon. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Davis sets a screen. Asik with a screen on Terry. Feeds it to Asik. 6 to shoot. And that's Evans penetrating. Rebounded by Capella.
You know, and Hardy, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Here's Evans. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Evans has got 7.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Terry outside. Over in the corner, McDaniels. It's stolen. Here's Cole. For the lead, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Brewer is checked in for the Rockets. New Orleans also making some changes. Cunningham, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Pondexter in for Tyreke Evans. Here's Cole. Terry covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Gordon. That's good. He's 5 for 9. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. That's
right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Cole. Misses the 3. Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Kicks it to Capella. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Pelicans trail by 3. And Cole kicks to Asik. He dishes it to Gordon. Asik the screen for Gordon. He used that pick to get in close. Gordon's got 12 points in the game.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Houston making some changes. Monty Eunice is checked in for Capella. Reza comes in for KJ McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. And then for New Orleans, Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asik. Anderson comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Drew Holiday in for Norris Cole. Anderson a screen on Beverly. Pondexter with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Ajinça dishes to Pondexter. And the Pelicans miss again. Rockets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Ariza with the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now Holiday. He kicks it to Anderson. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. 3 quarters. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Pelicans trail by 3. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Monty Eunice and Howard, the post pair. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Anderson outside. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. It's good. This game is all even. Evans has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pelicans. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for New Orleans. Davis comes in for Alexis Ajinça. And it's Gordon in for Quincy Pondexter. Monty Eunice with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. That is good. That's 10 points for James Harden. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Houston?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Anderson's shot is off.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. Here's Evans, and it's sent back by Howard. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza.
Substitution for the Rockets, Corey Brewer.
Holiday, no one around him. Nails the wide open jump shot.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Harden outside, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Holiday, the pass to Ashe. In the corner, it's Gordon. New Orleans moving it around. Right side, Holiday. That's tipped. Brewer with the ball. Evans is there, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one's on Evans.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida. Remember, won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Holiday goes in. Evans outside. Shoots the three. And again, New Orleans has no up. Clark, Corey Brewer was the 7th pick.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
And Holiday kicks to Evans. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Timeout called the Rockets. And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Houston leading by 4. Harden dishes to Brewer. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
The drive by Gordon.
Hey, you know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too. Gordon playing very well. He's got 13 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stats.
In Kellogg's, right? In Kellogg's. Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for positives moving forward.
Riza, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his third assist on the night.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The pass to Gordon. Asik the screen for Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass. Gordon's got 16 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Motiejunas' shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 3. There's 1:54 left in the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
And it's Beverly missing. Pelicans trail by 3. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. No free throws good from Eric Gordon. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Davis with some nice D.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Holiday against Beverly. Stolen by Holiday. The drive by Gordon. Holiday with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Took him no time at all on that one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
And it's Evans missing.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's...
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Beverly.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Stolen by Beverly, and it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Ariza. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. The score is tied at 53. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Evans. Three-pointer. Can't knock in the three.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Timeout called. The Rockets. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
Here's Harden. Oh, off target. And so they foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Timeout called. The Rockets. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And time.
Tyreek, whoop.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Kenny the Jet, let's quickly move forward.